change in playstyle going to become a factor here? Is J Mafia going to be trying to play FlashBlaziken's Link and not Pair of Aces?
You know, at the end of the day, I think it chalks down to character. I think J Mafia is so used to playing all different types of playstyles, being the Wi-Fi warrior that he is. I honestly don't see it making too much of a difference here. If it is, it might be a 1 or 2 stock difference.
Could be.
But I don't think it's going to be massive enough.
He is seasoned, and he's going Cloud.
What?
So like you just
What?
said, it's... Look.
What?
Wait. J Mafia...
The Cerebral
we're not looking at the right
Assassin!
one. We're looking at Diabeo versus FlashBlaziken.
Okay. For a second,
That explains
so
way
much
more.
Oh, okay. I
gave
was
me a little
so
bit of a heart
confused.
attack,
So we
y'all.
got FlashBlaziken versus Diabeo. I was so confused, dude. I was
Don't
like,
worry. Don't worry. He's not...
Wow.
J Mafia's not pulling out his cloud yet. Alright? So...
The day that he does is the day that I quit commentary forever. So now you guys have an out.
Don't do that.
You guys have an out.
So yeah, we're going to see 2 of the most consistent players, I think, here in South Florida.
And which side is this? Is
This is going to be losers.
Semis?
Yep. Is this semis, Daniel?
Check.
You gotta avoid Dan, Razzmatazz, Daniel.
Yeah, he's keeping us updated on the bracket.
It's quarters.
This is quarters. Oh, this is going to be an early elimination for either one of them.
Yeah, this is, you know, I did compliment our boy Jeff on his bracket making. He does a great job every week. Day in, day out, Aaron doesn't pulls up, and he does work.
Yeah, he does a good job, and you know what? I'll give him credit because I think a lot of people would look at a match like this and be like, how is this already happening in losers quarters? But that just goes to show how tough the opponents are down here. You never get a free match. Every match is going to be tough.
Let's be real, Nemesis has beaten Diabeo before. Gundam's beaten Diabeo before. We have a lot of stacked brackets here.
But Diabeo's beaten J Mafia before.
Yeah,
right?
Diabeo is actually the only person outside Baron to have ever beaten J Mafia in a bracket.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. Like, these are guys who could, on any given night, win Rex Baron. It could, on any given night, be in the grand finals. It just depends on who they play and how they play them.
It's a stacked bracket because we also have guys like Chunky Kong coming out of the woodwork.
Oh yeah, we haven't even had him on stream yet, have we?
Not.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
That's going to be coming up, probably.
I love it. I watched, while I was waiting for my incredibly well-made burger to be cooked, I got to watch a really hot set. It was FlashBlaziken, to actually put him into loser's bracket, it was FlashBlaziken versus Chunky Kong.
Oh wow, and Chunky was just telling me earlier he really wanted to run back on FlashBlaziken because last time it didn't go so well for Chunky.
Yeah.
Flash was able to pull it out in a really close set, if I remember correctly.
It was a phenomenal set.
Yeah.
Honestly,
speaking of close matches right now,
this is a fun one.
These two are going at it.
I love watching these two play. I love watching Diabeo play in general, but watching him play against FlashBlaziken, where he does have to kind of play off kilter a bit, it's like we were saying earlier, if you put Diabeo in the corner, he's going to fight out as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah, and that's like a good thing to bring up, because we've also talked about how consistent and calm FlashBlaziken can be. Like, no matter what...
That was a great play.
Yep,
Wow.
From downtown!
Yeah, 3-point basket.
Link with the 3! But these players, as good as they are, almost draw their strengths like entirely different ways.
Yeah.
Where's that up smash? You know, I think Diabeo obviously is a great fundamental player, but he thrives off of kind of emotion, you know, of being put in a corner and just being able to absolutely drag his way back into the match and read your soul.
He's the competitive drive of West Palm.
He is.
Say what you want about his record, say what you want about his time in Rex Baron alone, but dude definitely drives everybody around him to be better, and we're so lucky to have a player like Diabeo in the Palm set.
Yeah, and you know what? Diabeo is the top 10 player in South Florida.
Definitely.
Yeah, and he has been. He's been ranked top 10. FlashBlaziken is a little newer to showing up to events. So he has not been ranked yet in South Florida, but that is
It's
no
inevitable.
doubt it's coming, right? But yeah, Diabeo being such an emotionally driven player, and right now, if I'm FlashBlaziken, I am not ready to celebrate yet because Diabeo is gonna come hard at you this next game. But Flash is the kind of guy who's like, oh, I lost the first stock, I'll stick to the plan, all right, and he just carries it out. They're very like yin and yang kind of
It's
players.
John Cena and Randy Orton.
I'm sure it is, although I'm not very
Allow me
familiar
to
with
explain
wrestling.
a little wrestling history lesson for you guys. Randy Orton was the young prodigy who came up out of nowhere and became the legend killer. Who came in, killed all of the best dudes, and walked out. And he became the youngest champion ever. A young buck like FlashBlaziken. Diabeo, he's the true blue American dude. He's going to come in, he's going to try his hardest, and he's going to hustle, loyalty, and respect you into submission.
Oh yeah.
It's as clean as I can make it. And then you got J Mafia, who's Triple H.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god, down
the
the
finishing
hill.
touch. He just, it's funny because like every time it doesn't work, you're like, why did he go for that? But then
does,
when he
you're like,
hits it,
he's a
you're like,
genius.
yeah, you're like, Diabeo's so smart.
He went for back-to-back LBs and almost nailed both of them.
All right, so really promising start right there from Diabeo.
That's the reversal he needed. The reversal of fortune there. Ooh,
And you
that's
know,
stubborn.
it was like we were just saying, like Diabeo makes these like soul reads. All right, that was a great FBO shield. You can't touch Link's shield.
No, you cannot. Breath of the shield.
Yeah, Breath of the Shield. But, you know, he makes these like soul reads, and he caught one opening on FlashBlaziken on that top platform and finishing touch. And that's it. He died at like 60.
Yeah.
You know?
Diabeo's coming back to stock. He's like, you know what? I misread that shield. I didn't even misread that shield. I saw that shield coming. I saw that up B coming. I'm mad now. I'm gonna play that.
Yeah. I think that's what I respect the most about him is, you know, most players get
When they
in
get
trouble
tilted, yeah.
from their emotion.
They get tilted.
Diabeo
Diabeo uses it as a driving force.
Yep.
That's why I love seeing him, man. He's like,
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players.
it's like watching a wrestling match. It's like a WWE match because you want to root for him. You
Yeah.
really do.
I remember the very first time, like kind of an anecdote, that I played Diabeo. Back when Ultimate was pretty new, I took game 1 off of him. I didn't really even know who he was, because I just wasn't too familiar with the scene down here at the time. And Diabeo, nice up smash, catch that jump.
The back end of it.
I took game 1 and I just saw this like fire in Diabeo's eyes, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I could beat him. You know, I've got this. He's tilted. And then I realized that you don't tilt Diabeo.
No, you don't. And this
You
is
know?
exactly why. Wow, what a final stock this has been for Diabeo. He's on the warpath right now. I think out of everybody here, I think him and Chunky Kong want it the most. I think they want to be the guys to end the streak the most.
But you know what? I think Flash does too.
There's that back air.
Great
Killer.
back air.
Wow, Diabeo.
I really think Flash wants it too, though, because how many times have we seen Flash versus J Mafia on stream where Flash is just so close to bringing it, to fruition, but he falls just short. I think that there are a group of people here who would like to be the guy to take down J Mafia.
There definitely are, and that of course was no knock to anybody here. Everybody here plays with their heart. Everybody here fights with their heart on their sleeve. They want it so bad. But I feel like out of everybody who shows it the most, it's Diabeo and Chunky. Yeah, I feel like one of those two. As much as I respect Flash's play, as much as I respect Gundam, I feel like Diabeo or Chunky is going to want to end the streak.
Yeah, it could be.
And it could happen tonight, here at Rick's Band Boca Raton. Lord.
And you know what? Like, just because, J Mafia has such a dominating record down here as of 2020, like you said, that's no knock on any of these players. They're all absolutely phenomenal, and they've shaken up brackets out of region consistently. And make no mistake, and I'm going to say it here, if J Mafia traveled and events were still happening all around the country, J Mafia could easily be a PGR player.
I think he's on the Sam Sora level. I think he's on that NK level.
Yeah, and
I think he's definitely up
We're
there.
not going to take it yet. Here's the thing, we had a Bitman down here and Mudace, both of whom have been ranked at different times in their Smash career, and J Mafia does really well against both of them.
Both of them incredible people overall, by the way.
Right.
Them, same sort, like very nice people.
Yeah.
in my experience.
A lot of good guys down here in SFL, although Udace did unfortunately move away, and 8BitMan is kind of retired to streaming, which he's totally check out his
He's doing
stream.
a great job.
Yeah, I love his stream
Oh
so
my
much.
god, so great.
Yeah, so go check out 8BitMan. You couldn't meet a nicer guy. You in the Smash
Mutate's stream is fun too.
I've never checked it out.
It's fun.
I need
It's a
to.
fun time.
Yeah, I like Mutates.
It's chill, it's a great time.
All right, so far Flash is sitting pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah,
here
this
on
is,
Talent City.
I don't think this is a place, you know, Diabeo wants to be.
No, absolutely
Definitely
not.
not.
3 sucks to 1, but dude, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this exact situation
And
where
Diabeo
Diabeo
comes out on top.
It's like, for any sports fans out there, when you watch the Patriots down in the 4th quarter when Tom Brady was still there,
Or watching
and you
the
just
Giants
know
lose.
it's not over.
Or just watching the Giants move
Yeah.
play at any point.
Diabeo is, in some ways, like the Patriots, you know?
Oh, upbeat.
Yep. All right, close that stock out. Let's see what happens on this one. It's not over till it's over.
He's gonna fight to the bitter end,
Yeah.
and that's a fight I love watching.
Yep. Diabeo never gives up.
He embodies plus ultra 15.
Yeah, it's kind of, it is like one of those sports things though, like there are just those teams like the Patriots where like you can be up by so much going into the end of the game and it doesn't matter. If you give them an inch, they're going to take it 10 miles.
Ooh, that forward smash
that
couldn't
would've
go to
hurt.
full fruition, though.
But he does have limits, so we got to be careful here
Yeah.
with your flash. Oh, not going to get that spike yet. He's
Not
fishing
yet.
for it.
Not yet.
Limit, not going to kill, but in good position.
That limit cross slash is a very, very strong tool, and it's a tool that Diabeo uses really well.
Oh,
Twitter
the Twitter combo. Here we go.
Couldn't get the full
Oh,
limit.
but the
There we
corner. He's going to
go.
catch him on the platform.
There we go. An early end for Diabeo, but honestly, if you have to go out, it's got to be one of the best.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like with Diabeo, like he played like a top 4 player in
Yeah.
the venue and losers quarters. That's just rough.
That's
That's
the
an
luck of the
unfortunate
draw
bracket.
here at Rex Baron. Honestly, you can make that excuse for any player
Mm-hmm.
here tonight. But it's just whoever can overcome the odds the quickest.
Even
Wow.
our 0-2 players, it's because they played like Diabeo round 1, and then
Yeah.
they go to
It
losers
sucks.
and they lose to somebody who lost to J Mafia or
Yeah.
something, and it's like
Trust me, as your resident 0-2 player, I would get the very unfortunate end of the stick a lot of the times, but I never viewed it as an excuse. Just like Diabeo doesn't view this as an excuse. It's
Yep.
an excuse to get better, if anything.
I would put our 0-2 players against almost any other region's 0-2 players. I think
Yeah.
that they have to deal with so
A
much.
lot of flack.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
No one gets it easy. No one has an easy
No.
ride here